Where's Labyrinth rework? Oh yeah, Veld mods. Hey, catalysts. What? Oh my gosh, Abystrals. Are they reworking everything? Essences, Act 6, Act 7, Act 8, Act 9, like for real, the Parandus, Incursion, Delve. What the balls, dude? Hey guys, how's it going? I'm EG Magnum, and this is going to be the video going through everything up to here. So instead of the entire announcement stream, I'm only going to clip out some things that, from my live reaction that I just recorded that, you know, kind of seems more of a highlight reel than anything, just so that it's not the full 48 minutes. And also go through the development manifesto. I just got done reading through that and stuff. Interesting stuff that they've got. I'm really excited for this league. I was thinking about taking more of a break, and by break, you know, not playing too much, probably streaming it here and there, if any. And yeah, but I'm definitely going to be probably streaming it on launch, and pretty hyped. I definitely want to check out the new skills and stuff, and looks really good. The reworks are insane. They definitely act 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 does again with that one. That was crazy. But other than that though, checked out the manifesto. Seems legit. Some of that stuff really interesting. What they're doing there. Some questionable stuff. Yeah, but anyway, I definitely kind of mentioned that in the when I was going through it. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy this. Hit that sub button, like, comment, subscribe, all that. Path to 1,000 subs. But yeah, hit that sub button for more content, and that like button if you like it. But anyway, guys, usual stuff in the Discord, or the Discord description, Twitch, Twitter, Discord, stuff like that. But anyway, have a good one. Peace. Okay, here we go.
Hi, I'm Chris Wilson from Grinding Gear Games.
He said
Thanks
the
so
thing.
much for joining us here today.
And
today is a day about Path of Exile. You're going to find out a lot of awesome stuff we've been working on. Before we get started though, I wanted to mention that there are Twitch drops that you can win. Below the live stream, there are some instructions for signing up and
I
linking
should
your
have
Twitch account with your
streamed.
Path of Exile
No.
account, and if you do that, you'll be eligible to receive
I
the
kind of want
drops.
those wings. I should have streamed.
So today's live stream has got 4 sections.
Oh,
they say
dude.
you should start your show with a bang, so
That's
we're going to
rip.
start right off with Path of Exile 2. And honestly, this is because the project is so important to us.
Wait a minute. Did he just?
All right.
Oh, Path of Exile 2 trailer. Okay.
And honestly, this is because the project is so important to us that we are definitely taking our time.
The best part about not streaming though is I can like pause and go back and forth.
Let's watch a new trailer.
Okay, here we go.
Among ancient ruins, evil grows once more.
Okay, that's pretty hype. So this is Act 2. Oh, dude, look at that. Whoa, okay, that looks awesome.
We must give chase.
Wait, dude, yeah, wait, that's a crossbow. Dude, that's a spear throw thing. Fireballs with an axe out. Okay, hitting the ground, that's ground slam. Okay, firestorm, nice.
These sands hide countless secrets.
Can't remember, did they confirm crossbows before, right?
1,000 years of dormant malevolence.
I can't remember if they confirmed spear and crossbow
We
before.
must hunt down the seed and put an end to this madness. If Rayclast is to survive.
Okay, that looks a little bit outside of, okay, maybe, is that the Act 2 final boss? Oh, dude. Wait, 2 health bars? Oh, that health bar though, dude. Man, those boss fights, what? Like, that is insane. Whew. Dude. Definitely gonna be worth the wait. Just for the new content.
That trailer
alone.
really shows what we have achieved with Path of Exile 2. I am so proud of the efforts of the entire team in putting that together.
Yeah, that was good,
At
good job.
ExileCon, we announced that Path of Exile 2 is a true sequel to Path of Exile. So that means a new 7-act campaign. It means a whole new skill gem system, new items, new monsters, character classes. All the Ascendancy classes are completely new. It's got cutting-edge next-generation graphics, as you just saw. But we're not just throwing away our legacy. We're embracing it. Both campaigns will be fully playable from within the same game plan. You'll be able to play through the original Path of Exile storyline or the new Path of Exile 2 campaign on the way to the shared endgame. All of your old characters will still be playable, and of course, any microtransaction purchases you made in Path of Exile will carry on to the sequel. At ExileCon, we introduced the dark forests of the island of Ogham, where you start your journey. Today, we're proud to showcase Path of Exile 2's second act, which takes place in the Vastiri Desert.
Hey, let's go.
We want combat to feel both brutal and responsive, even at low levels.
Ooh.
We're ensuring that each weapon type has unique and different mechanics. Each weapon class feels different to play, and today we're going to start by demonstrating the new Spear weapon class. Spears are a weapon class favoring mobility with both melee and ranged attack options. To that end, each spear will grant you at least one mobility skill.
Oh, that's
In this case, the spear comes with both an engage and disengage skill. When you engage, it increases your melee damage for a short time, and that really encourages you to be mobile during combat.
Pretty nice. It's hype. Yeah, I like that.
One of the skills we're using here is called Whirling Slash. When you use Whirling
saw the
Slash,
whirl
it
and,
creates
like,
a
the stab
sandstorm
thing.
that grows in size each time you use the skill. When you leave the sandstorm, it explodes, dealing damage to nearby monsters. A great way to do that is to use the disengage skill, which makes you fly backwards and throw projectiles.
That's a cool combo. Yeah. Cool combo stuff. I like it.
In POE 2, each area's mini-boss is a much more substantial fight with interesting mechanics. You'll be able to find at least one mini-boss in each area of the game. One thing I love about this boss in particular is that it destroys the ceiling when it slams the ground, letting in more light. Clever players will notice that if they're standing in the light, then they're not going to have any rocks falling on their head.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, what's that little stab thing on the ground? I wonder what that is.
The rapid assault skill that we're using against this boss does 3 rapid stabs, followed by a 4th stab that deals more damage and can stun, if you're willing to commit to a long attack time.
Pretty cool.
While developing the skills for Path of Exile 2, we were really thinking a lot about designing skills that could be cancelled early to dodge, or you can commit to the full attack for maximum damage.
I like it.
One of the skills we're using here is called Spear Field, which creates an area of spears coming out of the ground that impale monsters who walk into them, causing them to bleed.
Does it actually impale,
as the monsters
like,
move towards you, they take damage, so using your mobility skills as a way to move away from them is a great strategy here. In Path of Exile 2, we've invested a lot in our animation system. I'm sure you're noticing the animations are looking a lot better than they did in POE 1.
Yeah,
but there's also a lot of subtle detail, like characters having different run animations depending on how fast they're moving. When you use a Quicksilver Flask here, you can see the character changes to a sprinting animation.
Pretty shiny with the sprint and stuff, yeah. Some more animations, I'll take it.
Another of the new weapon classes in Path of Exile 2. Crossbows.
Oh yeah,
crossbows are special
time.
and they grant attack skills implicitly. This particular crossbow grants Power Shot, which is a high damage single target attack. In order to modify what Power Shot does, you're going to need to equip bolt skill gems, which change the type of bolts that are loaded into the crossbow. Here we've got 3 different bolt skills that the character can switch between depending on the situation.
Armor piercing bolts. Incendiary bolts.
Oh no.
Permafrost bolts can be used to disrupt
enemies
to prevent them from closing in on your position.
That's gonna.
You can then follow
that's
up
gonna
with
get
armor
old
piercing
fast
bolts
for a
to
lot
do
of
plenty
people.
of damage.
I know a few people that play with no sound on.
In this area, we're helping Asala.
I'll say they're good reference if that's what they're making.
The ancient gates and let the caravan through.
Well played, guys.
Because the bolt types are the skill gems, support gems that are added to them will modify whatever the skill is that you're using. Here we're going to add multiple projectiles to our incendiary bolt.
Okay, that's kind of cool. I will say though, with 3 different damage types, that's a little awkward. I don't know if that would be a viable in-game build, but yeah. Looks cool though. Oh wait a minute, those rocks that fell, were those like... Oh no. We got the like crab enemies when they fall from... Yeah, look, oh my gosh. Kill them twice? Oh wait, okay, looks like you might only have to kill them once. Kinda cool.
Exile 2 mini-boss, Li'im the Impaler.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm liking these boss fights look. Ooh, that looks crazy. Cool little mechanics, I like it. Good fights.
Incendiary bolts. Armor piercing bolts.
The boss has dropped another type of crossbow, a siege crossbow.
Ooh.
This crossbow grants the siege cascade skill. The skill is also modified depending on what type of bolts you're using.
Wait a minute, did that just take... So does your skills... Is that for this, or was that a thing? Like, the skills just literally stayed in the new bow. So, was that something they showed off before? I can't remember if they talked about that at all. But that's cool if you don't have to, like, take all of your gems out and stuff and replace them if they have the same sockets. I'm pretty sure they might have... You know, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, they might have said that before. Because that would be awkward to have to do that. To swap weapons like that. But that's kind of cool that you could literally have the same setup, two different weapons, and just literally swap the weapon. Interesting, like in this case, you know, you could have like a better AoE weapon and a better single target. Pretty cool.
Faradun. His goal here is to prevent you from catching the caravan at any cost.
Huh. The little effects. It's like a phase thing, or is this a, or do you have to kill these? Yeah, it looked like your companion's what brought it down. Yeah, I wonder if this, Yeah, that's a little awkward if that's kind of like a phase thing. Huh.
He must not escape.
Interesting. Hit that little light through the door. That's funny.
This is the
A
Ardura
little
caravan, your town in Act 2.
Ooh, nice. You're just going across this. That's pretty cool.
I am Asala, the Sycamore.
I will say I'm liking the
I care
art
not where you came from,
for the chat
nor
boxes.
what caste you might have been there. All that matters is that you have shown yourself capable in battle, Jinga. Remain a friend to the Ardura, and you shall have nothing but respect from us. From
Storm
what your
Spear,
shade has
let's
told
go.
us, the situation is dire. This Balbalic will live or die based on her usefulness in pursuit of the seed of corruption. Ask her what questions you will, then we, Ardura, will decide her fate.
Okay.
You need not trust me.
Feels very
You'll
nice,
see the truth
kinda.
of my information soon
I guess they,
enough.
you know, developed them maybe at the same time.
Only that you do what you know is right.
One of the things we really wanted to do in Act 2 was to use the mobility of the caravan to allow the player to choose how they explore the Act. Here you're given 4 options on how to proceed.
There is a tribe of lost men that inhabits the Mastodon
Okay.
Badlands. They worship the
Do you have
bones
to do
of
them
those
all, or do you have
long
to
ago
do
beasts.
them
And that faith
one at a
has
time, or
given
like
rise to powerful
only certain
castes
ones?
that can somehow call on storms and strike enemies with lightning.
Go on your quest.
I wonder if this has any lore with the Ice League or anything. That's kind of, yeah.
Because we just got the Storm Spear skill as a quest reward, now would be a great time to switch back to spears and use some ranged abilities.
Okay, let's go.
Storm Spear fires a lightning projectile which splits on contact.
Ooh, shiny.
The other skill we're using here is called Blazing Lance. Blazing Lance creates a trail of fire from the ground, dealing
That
damage
kinda
over
looks like
time. However,
that
if you're
Legion
willing to
boss,
stand
the-
in place for long
that
enough, you
lineup.
can
Oh,
throw a
hey,
second
yeah,
spear
it
that will
is.
fan the
Look at
flames
that.
for much more damage.
That's cool. Let's go, dude. Whoa, what was with the bar there? Is that some kind of status effect thing, or what? Like, why did the bar light up? That'd be cool if it showed certain things. That'd be
We've
nice.
just found a unique spear. It's
You know,
called
like, say if you're
Devata's
bleeding,
Wind.
you
This
see, like,
spear
some
has
kind
an
of
extra
bleed effect
modifier
thing.
that synergizes really well with Storm Spear. When you disengage, you get 2 additional projectiles on your projectile skills.
Oh, that's cool. So you like disengage, throw stuff. Oh, you could kite like backwards, kind of, or you could just kite with them essentially. That's kind of interesting. That's cool. Here we go, big boss. Let's do this. Oh, this is the 2 health bar one. That's cool, dude. I like the 2 health bar thing. That is hype. Honestly, when they're doing this gameplay stuff, I feel like moving my picture down to the thing. Like, that's funny. So I wonder if there's an enrage mechanic on this. Come on, finish off the little one. I want to see the enrage. Is there one? Come on. Huh. Can't really tell if there is one or not. But interesting. Cool with the 2 health bar thing though. I like it.
If you have any questions about what you just saw, we'll be doing a Q&A later on.
Nice.
While Path of Exile 2 definitely won't be released this year, we do have a Path of Exile expansion you can play 1 week from now.
Oh yeah,
I'd like to
Ultimatum,
introduce
let's go.
Path of Exile Ultimatum.
Okay, here we go, Ultimatum.
You only live once, Exile. Make your choice.
Okay, I just got YOLO'd, but okay. I mean, technically we don't, but yeah, YOLO. I mean, I'll do it. I'll YOLO every time. Always YOLO. Intensify that YOLO. Ooh. Is that like a new skill?
A simple ultimatum.
Got some new
Leave
skills?
with your life and a meager reward, or risk it all for a chance.
Red pill or blue pill, let's go, dude. Oh my gosh, that's so good. They are definitely making the references with
For each
POE 2 in
trial
this.
you accept, the challenge grows.
What's those? Are those markings on the ground part of it, or is that
And
just
leave with nothing.
naturally part of it? Intense. What's with the health bar over there? Interesting.
Reap the reward you deserve.
8 new jibs. Or drop. Whoa. Is that the loot? Ooh, vendor recipes. It's been a while for those. But reworked rewards. Interesting. But yeah, are they doing the drops anyway? Where's Labyrinth rework? Oh yeah, Veld mods. Hey, catalysts. What? Oh my gosh, Avistrals. Are they reworking everything? Essences. Act 6, Act 7, Act 8, Act 9. Like for real, the Parandas, Incursion, Delve. What the balls, dude? Act bosses. There it is. There's the Act incubators, Bestiary, and much more. Was that reliquary? What in the world? Holy crap!
Ultimate reward requires ultimate
Wow.
risk.
Okay.
Face
Okay.
the ultimatum.
Now, not to get too hyped, but what's with his mask? Okay, Chaos. How's it going? But yeah, like, not to get too hyped, but because sometimes, you know, but that's a lot of stuff for them. I mean, I know this is a simple league looking, but man, that's a lot of stuff for them to rework. It could get crazy. Hopefully it's all good. Because some of those I would say probably just need 1 or 2 things, but yeah. Pretty cool. And they were talking rewards, I guess, right? Because it said reworked rewards at the top.
When some people think of the Val civilization,
So,
they think of blood
interesting.
sacrifices, or Queen at Zeri, or lost temples in the jungle.
So let's hope
But I
this
think
is
of risking your items.
enough stuff for just
From
good enough.
Val orbs through double corruption, the whole Val or no balls meme, we had to make sure
Ball or
that
no
this
balls, let's
expansion
go.
was about the
YOLO.
concept of risking your items to get great reward.
That's why he says yellow.
In each area of the Ultimatum League, you'll meet the Trial Master, an emissary of a Val entity only known as Chaos.
Okay,
On
that's why he has the
behalf
mask.
of
His name is
the
Chaos.
Trial
Oh my
Master
gosh,
enacts
come on, guys.
trials where exiles must risk an
That's funny.
escalating set of valuable rewards as they attempt to overcome progressively more difficult encounters. In each trial, you'll be presented with a reward, an objective, and a selection of difficulty modifiers that make
waves
the
of
trial
monsters.
harder.
Okay.
Once you've chosen one of the modifiers, you must then complete that objective under the constraints of that modifier in order to win the promised reward.
I wonder why they're. Oh, it said the second thing there that said
If you
defeat waves
succeed
of
in the
monsters,
challenge,
so they're
the
not
Trial
all just
Master will
defeat
present
stuff?
you with an ultimatum. Either walk away with what you have earned so far, or risk it all to try to win additional rewards.
Kinda interesting.
He'll offer you another item if you can select an additional difficulty modifier and complete the challenge with both modifiers present. If you fail though, you'll lose both rewards and walk away with nothing. If you succeed, you'll be offered an additional reward in exchange for adding yet another difficulty modifier that stacks on top of the current ones. This cycle continues until the rewards become increasingly valuable and the encounter extremely difficult. You'll have to pick a point to end your run and claim your spoils before you make the encounter too hard and lose everything. At its longest, an ultimatum in endgame maps can sometimes have up to 10 fast trials in a row,
if you fail,
with a special surprise in the last one.
I like it. Really good stuff.
In maps, you'll occasionally find items called inscribed ultimatums. These items can be placed in the map device to transport you to the Trial Master's domain. Each inscribed ultimatum specifies an offering
Double
that you must
sacrifice
bring with
currency.
you,
Oh my
a
gosh, yeah,
reward
that
you
was
can
one
earn,
time.
and an assortment of ultimatum difficulty modifiers.
Oh my.
If you're able to complete the Trial Master will reward you with a specified reward, which is usually worth around twice the value of the item you must bring.
Like, that would be the
For example,
funniest
you may be
video
asked to
ever
risk
for
an
somebody
exalted
just to
orb
be
to win a
like,
stack of 2, or potentially
I
risk a
spent
stack
all
of 5
league to
win
get a
stack of
mirror
10.
and to do this
Naturally,
one that
inscribed
doubles a
ultimatums
mirror.
can be traded with other players.
And they
So
just
if you
go
don't
in and
feel
get one
capable of
shot. It's
completing
just
a
like,
difficult
ooh.
challenge, you may be able to trade it
Ouch.
away for a portion of the difference in price between the reward and the item that must be risked. Likewise, if you have a powerful character, you may be able
I wonder
to
if you can see what
selectively
those
trade for
actually mean.
profitable
Like, if you hit
ultimatums
Alt
to
on it,
run.
you can see like what they actually do.
There are also new unique items that can only be obtained from Ultimatum.
Okay, that's
One
cool.
such unique is the Glimpse of Chaos Val Mask, which provides powerful benefits to your maximum life, mana, and energy shield at the cost of having severely reduced
Looks like
elemental
probably 30 to
resistances and
40,
no chaos resistance.
but it also reduces each
The item
resist by
can be
that.
corrupted
That's
multiple
interesting.
times and has unique corruption outcomes,
Oh.
such as removing a random modifier or transforming it into a different random corrupted unique helmet entirely that retains its corruption implicit mod.
Huh. Okay.
Another new Val unique item in Ultimatum is Mahuzottl's Machination, which grants you 6 keystone passives at once. Combining all of these keystones results in some very unusual outcomes, and the item features an entirely
Interesting.
new
It looks
unique
like all
keystone
the
as well.
walls.
We have worked hard to make sure that Ultimatum doesn't
know which one
punish
of
you for
those is
being in a
new.
party with other players. Party members
you,
compete in
thank
trials
you.
together, but have separate rewards available to them that will need to be locked in to begin the trial.
Oh, that's cool.
Each player votes on which difficulty modifiers to select. If there's a draw in votes, the modifier will be chosen at random. If one player wants to take their reward and opt out of the next difficult trial, they're able to do so without stopping the other party members from continuing. Rewards are dropped allocated to the players who earned them. So that's Path of
okay,
Exile
so you can,
Ultimatum.
yeah, that's
I
cool.
can tell
That,
you, on
actually, that's
release day,
great
a
for
lot of
party
our
play.
developers are
That's
looking
amazing.
forward to watching Twitch so we can see players risking far too much in order to try to get good rewards.
I'll definitely be doing that.
Speaking of rewards,
I definitely want to try this
there's a
leveling
lot
too.
to talk about here. We had a look at Path of Exile's past reward systems, and we honestly feel many of them are
That
out
was
of
a funny
date.
pause.
Many of them
We
kind
have
of
a
lack
lot to talk
identity, and to top it all off, like the core drop pool of just items that drop when you kill regular monsters just wasn't really compelling enough. Like, you know that feeling where any monster could drop a mirror? We want that for a whole slew of different items.
Okay.
And so we've made a lot of changes to Path of Exile's reward systems.
Let's
There's a bunch
go,
of ones to the
dude.
core drop pool to keep it really interesting. There's ones to basically every piece of League and expansion specific content. And we're going to go through all of
headhunters
those for
everywhere.
quite a
Let's
while.
go.
And I
Yeah.
should mention that every change we're about to discuss not only affects the Ultimatum League, but also Standard League too. We started by reviewing which items can drop from monsters and chests in the core game. To make
Okay.
sure the core drop pool remains compelling, we've made various changes. You can now find 2 additional currency items as core drops, Orbs of Binding from the Harbinger League, and the new Veiled Chaos Orb, which we'll reveal in more detail soon.
Ooh.
We've also added 5 new Atlas-based types, like this Energy Shield
Oh,
Recharge Amulet.
increased chaos
These drop in
damage.
specific regions of the Atlas of Worlds and have some powerful new implicit
Wait.
mods. Another
That wasn't what he just said. He just said Energy Shield Recharge Amulet. And that was the
topic
ring with
related to
chaos.
the
Hang
core
on a
drop
sec.
pool is that of boss runs. Veteran community members will remember when people used to do Val Oversoul or Dominus runs over and over because they were a profitable use of time.
Yeah.
Final act bosses now drop
Remember
more and
doing that?
better items, giving you a much more satisfying close to a difficult act and a more item-focused approach to getting ready for maps if you prefer.
Ooh, let's go, dude.
We have also added a bunch of very
what
powerful
was up
and
with the health
valuable
bar down there?
League-specific uniques into the core drop pool. This means that they can drop from any sufficiently high-level monster without you having to engage with specialized content. Examples of these
No
are
wonder there's so
Badge
much
of the
left to this.
Brotherhood, Asylum,
Yeah,
Pledge
Badge of the
Maloney's
Brotherhood, let's go.
Mechanism, Brutus's Lead Sprinkler, and Headhunter.
Oh,
The
there it
goal of all of
is.
these
There's
changes
two
is to
there
make
that I
sure that
really
every
want.
monster you kill in Path of Exile
The
has a
helmet's
chance
kinda
to
nice.
drop something incredibly valuable, regardless of what content you're playing.
Wait, Pledge of Hands too. That's.
On
Isn't
top
that?
of all of that, we have added a handful of new vendor recipes, which let you make some pretty cool stuff. We really missed the
Okay,
days
well,
when
what-
players were scrambling to try to find unknown recipes, and so we're looking forward to seeing how
I was
long it
like, are
takes
they
you to
actually
discover how
making
these
something
ones
there?
work. We have also introduced a
funny.
new type of reliquary key into the core drop pool for this expansion. If you're very lucky, you can find a Val reliquary key from any monster or chest in Path of Exile.
Okay.
When consumed in the map device, it gives you access to a vault with a chest that drops a special foil version of a Val-themed unique item. Each unique has an equal chance of dropping.
Are
Due
they
to the
legacy,
value and power
though?
level of the items contained within, this is the rarest reliquary key ever added to Path of Exile. The rest of our reward changes relate to items that you can
So
earn
they're gonna
by
be
playing
legacy
past
versions?
content
Like, can we
like
get
prior
legacy
leagues and
acuity this
expansions.
league?
We have two goals here. The first is to add and improve items so that all past content is a compelling set of rewards. The second goal is to make it so that the best way to get any reward is to play the content that is primarily associated with that type of reward.
Thank you. Yes,
Path of Exile's
please.
first expansion, Sacrifice of the Val, introduced a new ultimate boss, Adzeri, Queen of the Val. This fight holds up pretty well these days, considering that it is 7 years old, but its rewards really needed a refresh. The sacrificial garb base type that drops from Adzeri has been significantly improved with the
+1
addition of
level
an
to
implicit mod
all
that grants
Val-
+1 to the level of all Val gems you have equipped.
But they go to
We've
the.
also added 2 new
like,
unique items
normal
to
version
Adzeri's
as well?
drop pool and 2 more to Uber Adzeri's. One of which is the Adzeri's Rule Judgment Staff, which prevents you from being
Okay.
stunned or having your damage reflected. It grants a skill that alternates between Flames of Judgment and Storm of Judgment when used, as if you absorb the powers of Adzeri herself.
Oh wow. Okay, that's.
Skipping forward to
that looks insane.
2016's release of Ascendancy, we have made some changes to how you receive your Labyrinth enchantments. Previously, when you completed the Labyrinth and went to enchant an item,
to choose now?
you couldn't see what random result you'd
How are
get.
they doing this?
Now, the result for each type of enchantment is shown to you in advance so you can make the right choice. In the Eternal Labyrinth, you're now offered 3 different helmet enchantments to pick between, in addition to the boots and gloves. This will make it a lot easier to find enchantments relevant to the skills you're using and to apply them to appropriate items.
Okay.
In 3.14, we're going to stop giving out unique jewels for each day's fastest Labyrinth runs, and we have added these jewels as very rare
Interesting.
drops that you might find in the Labyrinth's final reward chests.
I always thought that was cool that they would have that.
Another highly requested Labyrinth-related improvement is that you can now consume an offering to the goddess and the map device to open
I guess
portals
those
directly
really
to
aren't
a
that
random trial.
crazy
This
anymore,
greatly
but
accelerates the speed at which you can
kinda
find your
interesting.
final trials.
Now that's
We've
insane.
also
We
added
could get
2
our
new
trials faster. Let's
Labyrinth-specific
go.
unique items, including the Scales of Justice unique shield, which rewards building your character with a careful balance of life and mana. If used
Interesting.
correctly, you'll be granted protection from shock and ignite, as well as additional fire damage.
Yeah. For 100.
Kadira
yeah,
Perandus
that's
now
kinda
has a
cool.
much larger selection of unique item rewards. We have also rebalanced all sources of Perandus coins so that Perandus content is still the best place to get them from. A craft introduced in Harvest kinda destroyed the Perandus coin economy, so we're absolutely fixing that at the same time.
That's funny.
Essences have been numerically rebalanced and are in general stronger than they were before. Screaming Essences can now be used to reroll rare items, in addition to their capability
This
to
is
upgrade
going to be
items
something to
to
look
rare.
at later to see
The
if
4
they.
corrupted essences have had some of their less useful outcomes improved or replaced. Now, the only way to get the powerful upgrade-only top-tier essences
But yeah,
is
to
through
see if they
remnants of
do any,
corruption, which come from essence content.
Actual big number increases there for
Blessings,
those.
the currency used to upgrade breach uniques, can now be used to upgrade breach stones between tiers.
What? Oh my gosh! What?
Abyss jewels have been rebalanced and
Breach-
are on average
breaches-
more powerful than they
what?
were before.
Breaches
We've
became
also buffed
insane.
Abyss chests to make sure that they are the best place to get Abyss jewels. We have also introduced Abyss Scarabs and have added 4 new Abyss-specific unique jewels, such as Tekrod's
Hey.
Gaze, a murderous eye jewel that increases your main hand critical strike chance and your offhand critical strike multiplier based on how many murderous eye jewels you have equipped.
Oh my gosh, that is insane.
Another example is the Ulaman's Gaze Searching Eye Jewel, which counts how many Searching Eye Jewels you have equipped and grants your projectiles a chance to be able to chain when colliding with terrain proportional to this number. These unique jewels have a chance to drop from any of the unique encounters at the end of the Abyssal Depths, and these encounters are now by far the
Savior
most reliable
plus
way to obtain a Stick and Vice
Paradoxica
build.
OP build with that previous jewel.
We have added a handful
That's
of new
ridiculous.
beastcrafts, such as add a mod to a map or add a mod to an influenced item, which consume
Hey, that's
existing
cool.
beasts. There are some other aspects of beast crafting that we've been keeping our eye on for a while, and we're taking this opportunity to rework them, so that high-level gameplay is
Rework?
less reliant on obtaining
I'm
certain
guessing
beastcrafts.
maybe nerf.
Now,
What do we
when
get?
you use a splitting beastcraft recipe on an item,
Oh.
both copies are marked as split, which prevents them from being split again. you
Yeah,
cannot
look at
imprint
that.
split
Oh
items.
my gosh, split item market.
One of my favorite
got
reward changes
wrecked.
in this expansion is that Incursion's Temple of Atsuato
That's
can now
funny.
be itemized. Once you have access to the map device, Alva can turn your completed and ready to run temple into a tradable object that can be consumed in the map device. This means that players can specialize in either making temples to trade to other players or trading for temples that are ready for them to run.
Yes, please. Let's go.
There have also been a lot of changes to the temple. As you may know, specific rooms in the Temple of Atsuato can drop unique incursion items that can be later upgraded. Many of these base unique items have been improved in this update.
That skill looks really
Previously, the temple's boss, the Omnitect, dropped random rare items with special incursion mods on them. Now it also drops rare items with incursion mods based around the themes of the rooms your temple contains. Higher tier rooms cause more rare items. Specific rooms now add specific monster packs to the temple, which results in more monster
take it.
density, challenge, and reward.
cool. Yes, please.
Temple mods have been buffed so that if your temple has more high tier rooms, then it's equivalent to a good map. We have performed a modernization pass on rewards from temple rooms so that they're competitive with rewards from newer leagues.
I was gonna say, that's a lot of XP too.
The explosive
I always
room
got a
also
lot of
contains
XP
some
from it.
basic chests that can be opened with flash powder kegs if you don't need them for opening a path elsewhere in the temple.
Okay.
Delve has had a
Pretty
big increase to early rewards and a reduction to the quantity of high-tier rewards spawning at very deep depths. The end result is that Delve is a lot more rewarding for almost everyone, but a few extreme players who delve very deep will not be getting quite so rich from it. A big problem with rewards and betrayal is that players deem it not worthwhile to kill Katarina because it resets your betrayal syndicate board. In this expansion, we have massively increased the incentive for doing this. Now,
Okay,
if
real
you
quick,
manage
I am
to
gonna
kill
go back.
that Delve is a lot more rewarding for almost everyone, but a few extreme players. The explosive room also
Oops, I
contains.
went too far.
Delve has had a big increase to early rewards and a reduction to the quantity of high-tier rewards spawning at very deep depths. The end result is that Delve is a lot more rewarding for almost everyone, but a few extreme players who delve very deep will not be getting quite so rich from it.
Okay. Interesting. Kind of
A
curious
big
to see how
problem with
that
rewards
works.
and betrayal is that
'Cause I made a
players deem
video
it not
about
worthwhile to kill
maybe a
Katarina
fix
because it
to
resets
delve.
your betrayal syndicate board. In this expansion,
thing
we
is,
have
I didn't
massively
wanna,
increased the incentive for
like,
doing this.
punish
Now, if you
anybody who
manage
is
to kill
delving deep,
Katarina,
though.
all syndicate members drop their rewards at one tier higher than they previously would.
Like,
This
it,
change
this
required the
feels like it
introduction
does,
of a
but
new
yeah.
fourth tier of reward from each syndicate member and encourages the use of a larger variety of
Okay,
syndicate
that's cool.
targets and
We can
safe
go a
house
fourth
leaders.
tier.
We have improved rewards that were not as interesting or valuable as the best ones. For cases where we deemed rewards too powerful, we moved them to tier 4 rather than nerfing them.
Ah,
The tier
okay.
4 rewards are approximately twice as powerful as tier 3 ones were. We have also added a new unique item to Katarina's drop pool as further incentive for killing her. The Cane of Kulamak drops only from Katarina. Similar to Paradoxica,
I wonder
it
if,
has 3
like,
veiled
the,
modifiers that must be unveiled one at a time via Jun. This means that each version of the
which
cane
one
could
is
be
that?
entirely different, and because of the way the veiled modifier system works, you have the chance to
whoa,
get
it's
3
my-
mods that potentially synergize extremely
off
well,
right now. What is
or maybe
that?
just a crazy bag of mods that don't work together. Furthermore, the cane itself scales up the magnitudes of any unveiled modifiers on it. We have made some changes to how unveiling
The
mods
weird color
works.
thing.
You still get offered a choice of 3 mods, but these are now more powerful versions of the existing ones. The powerful ones are unveiled onto items, and the normal versions are the ones you unlock that can be crafted onto items. Also, progress towards unlocking crafting of veiled mods is at a slightly faster rate than before. Some very powerful veiled modifiers are now only available at their original strength on the unveiled version of the modifier, and the crafted version of the modifier has been lowered in power. Earlier in the presentation, I alluded to the new Veiled Chaos Orb as an item that has been added to Path of Exile's core drop pool. This new currency item rerolls the target item with new mods, like a regular Chaos Orb does, but one mod is guaranteed to be a Veiled mod. While it can drop from any monster or chest in the game, by far the most effective way of getting it is from Isling and some Betrayal safe houses.
Okay.
We have introduced 3 new types of
Was he
incubators,
supposed to say
Blight,
Ashley?
Metamorph, and Delirium, and have modernized the rewards from the other incubators. The item yield from chests and blighted maps is now affected by a portion of the map item's quantity,
Oh, that's gonna be so
giving you
OP.
a
I'm
reason
definitely
to
doing
roll
some
your
blight
blighted
stuff
maps
this
if you can
time.
handle the additional challenge.
Yeah, let's go.
Anointments to blighted maps have been rebalanced and reworked so that each has its own purpose and with a consistent increase in reward as the oils get rarer. This is
Okay.
basically entirely buffs, because one big nerf we needed to do was already done last league.
What's
You
that?
can now corrupt blighted maps. These can very rarely drop the new tainted oil, which allows you to apply anointments to corrupted items. We have also introduced blighted
that's pretty
scarabs.
hype. Hey,
We have
let's
added
go,
two
let's
new
go.
types of catalysts themed around speed and critical strikes, respectively.
Oh, that's
These
hype.
new catalysts are rarer than previous ones. As discussed in the recent development manifesto, the current 3.13 version of Harvest is too rewarding, so
That's
we're
funny.
rebalancing its crafting and also increasing how often you'll encounter portals to the Sacred Grove. The current version spams you with way too many crafts, so each seed has a chance to grant a craft now, reducing the overall number of crafts you can perform per garden, though you will encounter the grove 60% more than you did before. Some of the most powerful crafting options have been removed or changed. The Heart of the Grove encounter is now a map fragment that can randomly drop
Yeah, I
from
don't like
tier
the
4
chance
harvest bosses
because
instead
you
of
see
rarely
it
replacing
and
the entire grove when it spawns.
yeah, I don't know how I like that chance
With
to
the
grant a
release of
craft, though.
Ultimatum, Ritual will be added to the core game, with
That's
a
probably
chance
the worst
to
part
occur
about
in
that
each map
change.
you play. It has also been added to the Atlas passive skill tree system and is available as a sextant mod.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Almost every time we release a league, we later roll it into the core game with a chance to spawn in maps. Usually 10%, sometimes 5%. When Ritual is added to the core game, we are standardizing this rate at 8%, which means a small decrease for some leagues and an increase for Harvest. We have rebalanced other things to compensate, like the rate at which heist rogues level up. Most Atlas passive trees have the same increase in chance for bonus content, meaning they now offer more than double the chance of encountering your preferred content. So I just
Yeah, I was
spent a
gonna say,
ton
are
of
we
time
getting Atlas
describing
passive?
lots of buffs to Path of Exile's different reward systems, and there was one nerf that I left to last. And this because it's a nerf to a league that I kind of care about a bit. Talisman was one that I kind of led the design on, and players joke that it's my favorite league. Now, in the 3.12.3 content update, there was a change to talismans. Basically, they weren't good enough, so the team decided to add a random anointment to them, which made them a lot more powerful,
Yeah, that
and
was
also
really
to
cool.
juice up the mods to make them well-rolled. And that was
Okay.
overkill. Like, as you've seen recently, talismans have just been dropping with insane mods and great anointments. And we felt in this expansion, especially because you can use tainted oils in order to redo
they've
the
been
anointments on
pretty
talismans,
good, but
because now you can modify corrupted amulets. Honestly, they don't need the well-rolled mods anymore, and so we've removed that. Talismans are still compelling, but they're not quite where they were in the last league. Every Path of Exile
that's a weird
expansion
one.
needs new ways
Like,
for players to slaughter their
I
enemies.
use the
In Path of
talisman
Exile
just to start
Ultimatum,
off my
this takes the
character,
form of 4 new
maybe,
skill gems
but
and
not
4
all the
support
time.
gems. In line with Ultimatum's Val theme, these gems
Literally
focus
just for
on
the
blood.
anointment,
The
not
idea
for
of
the
spending
stats.
life rather than mana to use your skills.
That's
Alongside
weird.
the new
They
skill
didn't
and
have that
support
great
gems,
mods.
we've also made some adjustments to the low life mechanic, including changing the low life threshold to 50%. This makes it much easier and
Like, I'd buy one for like 2 chaos or something. So yeah, I don't know. It's a little weird.
these gems focus on blood. The idea of spending life rather than mana to use your skills. Alongside the new skill and
Okay,
support
that's
gems,
kinda
we've
cool.
also made some adjustments to the low life mechanic, including changing the low life threshold to 50%. This makes it much easier and safer to stay on low life for builds where it matters. Typically, when players create low life builds, they rely on Energy Shield to protect themselves against incoming damage. The new skill Petrified Blood enables low life builds to instead use some of their life pool to absorb hits.
Yeah,
While
there
it's
we go.
active, you can't recover life above 50% through any method other than flasks. Sources of life recovery like life regeneration and life leech only apply to the bottom half of your life pool. Additionally, a portion of incoming hit damage that affects the lower half of your life pool is spread out over time rather than being applied instantly.
Ah, okay, that's
Corrupting Fever consumes a chunk of your life and grants you a buff that causes all your hits to apply Corrupted Blood to your enemies. Corrupted Blood stacks up with each hit, causing more and more
Yeah,
physical
let's
damage
go.
over time. When you have consumed a certain amount of life to cast skills from your life pool, the buff's duration refreshes. Essentially, as long as you're consuming life to use skills, you'll be causing damage over time to stack on enemies. Be careful though. The Exsanguinate skill shoots tendrils of
I
blood
like
in
that.
front of you at the cost of life rather than mana.
Ooh.
In addition to a strong physical damage hit, it also applies a physical damage over time debuff which can stack up to 3 times. You can also support Exsanguinate so that its tendrils chain from one target to the next. Reap conjures a giant bloody scythe that swings across a selected area, applying strong hit damage and physical damage over time. Each use of the skill causes it to gain a charge that scales its damage up and increases its life cost up to 5 times. These charges drop off over time as well as after killing enemies, making Reap very powerful at stacking up damage against single
Wow,
targets.
that looks awesome. I want these new skills
We've
now.
also added 2 new support gems that have split
Dude,
the
I kinda
existing
wanna-
blood magic support
I was
into
gonna
2
play this a
separate
little bit
support
less,
gems.
but ooh.
The first of these is the Arrogance support, which causes supported skills to reserve life instead of mana, and
Okay.
also provides an increase to the effective auras that it supports.
That's cool.
Just like the original blood magic support gem, the reservation multiplier diminishes as the gem levels up. The Life Tap support gem causes supported skills to cost life instead of mana. Once you've consumed a certain amount of life to use a skill, you gain Life Tap, which increases your damage for a few seconds.
Ooh.
The
Okay.
Cruelty support
take
gem
it.
grants a buff called Cruelty, which increases the damage over time you deal with supported skills. It also boosts the hit damage from supported skills, and the Cruelty buff gets stronger the harder you hit. This gem is designed as an additional option for builds that focus on both hits and damage over time. The Bloodthirst support gem is a new option for low life attackers. This gem adds a percentage of your life as physical weapon damage while you're on low life, letting low life
attackers,
attack-based builds really
cool.
scale their damage, which
I
wasn't an
like
option
that.
before.
That is awesome.
Alongside a Val-themed expansion and Blood-themed gems, it felt right to take the opportunity to improve Val skills, which are supercharged versions of regular gems that charge up with the souls of your slain enemies to deal huge bursts of damage. One of the main improvements is that you now get far more souls for Val skills from damaging unique enemies, so your Val skills will recharge faster against bosses. We've also improved the Atziri's Reign unique jewel. Alongside increasing the duration of your Val skills, it also grants a chance to regain all consumed souls. Val skills have also received a balance
wow,
pass
look at
that you
that.
can check out in the full Path
Okay,
of
that
Exile
kinda looks
Ultimatum
insane.
patch notes in a few days. So we've covered most of the key components that make up Path of Exile Ultimatum. Keep an eye on the news over the next week as we reveal the finer details of what's coming. We'll move on to the Q&A shortly to answer your burning questions, but first let's have a quick look at the new supporter packs that are available right now to celebrate the launch of Ultimatum and help fund ongoing development of
Here,
Path
I'm
of
gonna
Exile.
skip into this.
The Silver Crescent and Imperial Sun
okay.
supporter packs come with masses of points to spend in the store, social frames, forum titles and badges, a download of the digital soundtrack, and of course, exclusive cosmetic microtransactions
just
such
kinda
as
looks
armor
funny.
sets, alternate helmets, and weapon skins.
Huh, that
The
kinda
Silver
looks cool.
Crescent series has an exclusive portal effect, and the Imperial Sun series has an exclusive
I like
aura
that
effect.
portal.
Each series has 2 packs, and the smaller packs can be
pretty cool, I
upgraded
guess.
to their respective large pack anytime while they're still on sale.
Nice.
These are, of course, in addition to the new core packs that were released at
Dude,
the
that
end of
is
last
hype.
year. Remember to check those out if you haven't already.
That was crazy. Okay. Anyway, get into the other stuff. Okay, so here we go. We have the Ultimatum. Okay, cool. There's Trials of Chaos. Those were explained very well. Risk It All. I think this was actually really well explained. If there's anything that just looks crazy here. Actually, what is this? Protect the altar. Oh no. You're gonna have random. Oh no, that's what I was wondering is what these could be like this. So yeah, as far as the other stuff, whatever. But that was what I was concerned. Here, does this one have a different one? Totem. Oh wait, that's just an ability thing. An invulnerable totem will appear that imbues both allies and enemies with speed. Okay. Huh. Interesting. But yeah, protect the altar. That's gonna be awkward. Double or nothing stuff. This looks fantastic. Like, I wonder if one of these ends up being like a boss fight kind of thing. Like, I'd love to, like, it looks like you fight chaos somehow. I mean, that just looks really cool. Anything else here? What does this one say? Exalted Orb, Nurse Card, Whispering House. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, Whispering House to Void Battery is pretty hype. Reap Your Reward. What do we have? Okay, we've seen both of these, right? Darn it. Not giving us anything new. But pretty cool. I like it. Then these, wonder if these are legacy. Oh, wait, is that straight up unaffected by curses? Yeah, holy crap. Wait, that's the good one. That's the, oh wow, that's an equal chance to drop that. I forget. Is this? See, this is where I need to know this more. Because if this is like, if they did legacy stuff here, then this is insane. I'm just not sure what's legacy or not. But yeah, if they do legacy stuff, that's crazy. I wish they just put acuity here so then I know. Okay. Exchange blood for power. I think he did a pretty good job explaining these. I don't think we'll go too much into the detail with this, but I do like this. The corrupting blood thing. Like, I definitely want to get some bleed combo going. I wonder how well you could do a bleed combo thing with this. And then do like a bleed stack with dance or whatever. That would be kind of awesome. I might have to revisit a bleed build. But I definitely want to do something with these blood skills. I think this might be my league starter now. Even though I kind of wanted to just do something a little bit safer. I think I'm going to probably try to do some bleed skill thing. I wonder if you could combine this with mines. I wonder how that would work. Hmm. I wonder if traps and mines can use those. That would be interesting. Reward improvements. Number 1, just dropping stuff, which is just amazing, and more valuable boss drops. Is that what this is saying? 4 drop pool with currency. Yeah, that's great. Vendor recipes. That's amazing. And just having like the act bosses drop more stuff and just being able to find headhunters, badge of the Brotherhood. That's fantastic. Well done. What's this thing? I didn't really read this. What's this? The affected by ignite and shock if life and mana are within 500. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Fire damage per 10. Would this be a cool like ignite kind of thing? Maybe doing the mana stacking ignite build or something. Kind of cool. Reward. Wait, did that say per? Hang on, what is this? Per 100 of maximum or maximum mana, whichever is lower. So if you can get like what 4K, it'd be something around there, I guess, right? I think you can get about 4K of both, and then be 40 times that. That's not bad. Pretty good. I like it. And then you combine that with lightning and stuff. Yeah, that'd be pretty hype. Yeah, reward improvements. They're putting that in. It's kind of interesting that they're going to make it easier to get some of these. So that'll be cool. I don't know if we'll actually see anything too crazy coming out. The Veld Chaos Orb thing looked kind of cool. I'm really curious. Maybe you could like do some weird stuff. I'd have to look at the mods, but maybe you could do some weird stuff where you block and then you do that and then you get a Veld mod. So that'd be interesting. I'm curious to see how that does. Be cool. See if anything cool comes out of that. Let's see, reward improvements. I'm glad to see these come back. Although they're only showing 31 maximum life. Does that mean it goes up to 50 or where are those going? I don't see anything that looks too crazy. Maybe the accuracy is higher than it is now. I have to look at that. This thing looked insane. Savior Paradoxa build looks like that would be gross. Like that just screams Savior and Paradoxica. Just with a ton of jewels to just that's gonna be an insane build. I might try to go for that for something. Let's see. Cool, the scarab thing and the buff to these. 700 chaos damage per second for 8 seconds. So decay is just the same, I guess. I wonder which ones were buffed on these. Wait, being able to put those into a thing, fantastic. Rewards for this, just okay. This is just a lot of these. That's really cool. I'm a fan. Being able to anoint corrupted things, fantastic. Definitely gonna be doing some blighted maps. Love those catalysts. I'm looking forward to maybe trying to craft. Just you can get a 6-link one, I think. That would be fun to try to just do a 6-link one over just the unique one. I wonder if that's only unique to the unique or if it can just be on all of them. But yeah, on Aziri's rule, that is fantastic. Let's go. I wanna be Aziri. Let's go. Oh, and there's the Path of Exile. Okay, cool. And those. Yeah, pretty hype. So cool stuff. Going to get into the development manifesto and we can look at the challenge rewards after.